What's up, guys? College Football Talks back at it again for another video. And today we'll be covering Week 0 review. And starting off with the Week 0 matchups, we had Nebraska-Illinois, with Nebraska losing this game by 1 touchdown. In this game, Nebraska quarterback Adrian Martinez looked absolutely horrendous. I mean, he missed a lot of easy throws, was throwing the ball way over people's head. He did have one good long run, I think for about 60 or 70 yards, but besides that, he did not show up to the hype he's had, all along his career. Nebraska defense didn't look horrible at times, had some bright spots I thought in their defense, but again, their special teams was horrible, missing 2 extra points and having a safety in that first half, which ultimately, probably caused them the game at the end. And, Nebraska better pick up things soon, and Scott Frost better pick up things soon, or I could definitely see him getting fired middle of the season. Next big game of the day. Next up, we got college football news happening this past weekend, and today, which I'm filming this on Monday. So to get it started on Saturday morning, Texas quarterback battle got leaked with them announcing Hudson Card the starter for a Week 1 game against Louisiana Lafayette. And while Hudson Card will start the game, both quarterbacks will play, and I think they'll switch possessions almost every time, if not every other time. And I think they'll do that at least the first half, and then probably they'll roll with the guy playing better in the second half. So it's really not settled yet. It will really determine who plays good this first game. I think who will start the rest of the season. But don't be surprised if one quarterback, has one bad possession if Sark pulls him. So I would not be surprised to see that. Next up, we had also on Saturday, Texas A&M naming Haynes King the starter. I kind of knew this was going to happen. I didn't think this was much of a quarterback battle as people thought, but I think Texas A&M definitely made the right choice. Haynes King, 5-star redshirt freshman coming out of Longview, Texas. So he should be a great player for them. Might look a little rusty, a little nervous coming into his first game because he really didn't have to play that much with Kellen Mond. But I think he'll definitely have a great season for the Aggies. Next up, we had Oregon naming Anthony Brown the starter over true freshman Ty Thompson, which a lot of people actually thought Thompson was going to get the nod, but turned out Brown got the nod. And personally, I think Oregon made the right decision. I think you have to roll with experience. Brown started, I think, 3 years at Boston College before transferring to Oregon and finished the season hot last year. So I think they definitely made the right decision. I think Brown will personally do really well for the Ducks. Next up, we got Texas Tech quarterback Tyler Show. Again, I didn't think this was much of a quarterback battle, but they still named him the starter, I think either Saturday or Sunday, and beat out some 4-star freshmen. And, he didn't do horrible for Oregon last year, but did have an interception problem. So we'll see how he looks for Tech in their Week 1 opener. Next up, we had BYU naming Jaron Hall the starting quarterback, having to follow in former BYU quarterback Zach Wilson's footsteps. And Hall was one of the highest-rated quarterbacks ever committed to Next up, we got a more recent one in FAU naming N'Kosi Perry their starting quarterback for Week 1. The transfer from Miami, I think started 9 games at Miami. Didn't do horrible, but never really found himself in that permanent starting spot. So decided to transfer out and won the job for FAU. So we'll see how he does. Next, we got another recent one in SMU naming Tanner Mordecai their starter over big-time recruit, true freshman Preston Stone. And, Tanner Mordecai transferred from Oklahoma. Knew he was never going to play at Oklahoma, just be a career backup. Smart decision. And personally, I think he'll do really well at SMU this year. And, I think it'll be good for Preston Stone to watch him, and I think he'll have a great year. Finally, we got the most recent one. Well, that wraps up my Week 0 review and college football news and updates.